That's James's breakfast this morning. And we're gonna talk about, I guess James will talk about that show I Voted by Katie Couric.
How did that one go? Or did you watch it?
It was about the electronic voting. And
oh my gosh, yeah. Ooh, I voted, I think. You want to talk about that one first? Or?
No, you... Well, okay, I'll talk about this.
No, I'll talk about that, seeing that we introduced it. So, yeah, Katie Couric, that was, okay, she actually did an okay job. Yeah, it seems like the majority of states in the United States have electronic voting, and electronic voting is just, it's not even a crapshoot. The things don't work that well, but they work well enough so the Republicans can cheat their way to election victories and stuff like that. So I don't know when they started bringing this in, a generation ago, and I knew it was a Republican initiative to steal votes. The stupid idiots didn't realize that Putin would actually scoop them at it and do better than them. So I'm talking about the mainstream Republicans like David Frum and the Bush babies and things like that. The party's stolen up from underneath them by Putin because of these Trump. So yeah, it's hilarious. So I want to write a book called Trashing of how the Republicans trashed trailer trashed the United States, and then the footnote on the front page would be, and lost the Cold War. They lost the Cold War, basically a generation after it ended. What a bunch of fools. But you know, the United States is basically controlled by Putin. It's just ridiculous. It's not even one of the biggest economies in the world. Second biggest. Well, it might be the most effective military in the world right now. But there you go. Like it's easy to do. It's easy to do this thing. I mean, did she do a good job? I mean, it's just so obvious that the system doesn't work except for scumbags like the Republicans. And the more of a scumbag you are,
and like it doesn't work for them either, because
because Putin took it over. It's whoever can control the computers is going to control the vote results. So there you go. Anyway, there's like you could have done 5 minutes on it. Really, I don't know how long it was, an hour and a half or whatever. It's just more of the same. It doesn't work for democratic means. And there you go. I knew it wouldn't work 30 years ago or whenever it was, when they started talking about it, not even bringing the stuff in. So yeah,
okay, so this is just rutabaga. I just had it in the same thing with the beets, so that's why it's kind of purpley.
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting look, very artistic, don't you think?
Yeah.
Look at it, like
This is carrot falafel, and normally I would not eat this way. I deep fried them because I wanted to make them more enjoyable for James, and so I thought, well, I'm not gonna.
I gotta admit, I like frying.
I know.
From long experience. Tasty.
You'll see. I made some good ones this morning. So, I have the recipe here, so I can tell you how to make them. Oh, that's good.
Incidentally, thanks for making the beets this way. This is the way I like beets.
Yeah, they're best roasted. They hold the color really nicely.
That's how you cook them this way.
Yeah.
Must have been the way my mom cooked them, because it's
so yeah,
it's
you roast
the way
them
my mom cooked
with the skins on, and that holds everything in there really
There
nice.
you go. Yeah, it's
and
awesome taste.
Then you once they're done, once they're cooked, like fork tender, right? Then you they're still warm, so. For me, that doesn't hurt because I actually like things really hot. I like a bit of sting.
I know.
Yeah. So, but it wasn't always that way. When I was young, I watched my dad peeling the beets that way, because you just rub it off with your thumb. Yeah. Or you can use the back of a butter knife or a spoon or whatever. But anyway, it's easiest just to use your thumb. It just comes right off. It just rubs right off them. So you rub the skin off that way. But I'd watch my dad doing it when I was little, and And then he'd show me how to do it, and I was like, but isn't it hot? And he's like, yep. And I'd touch it, and I was like, ooh, don't do that. But now I enjoy the sensation of very hot.
Yeah.
So anyway, carrot falafel. Now I gave
I took a biteful. Very good.
some good flavor.
Mm-hmm.
So, but normally I would bake them. So it contains carrot pulp, mostly, and organic flaxseed rye breadcrumbs, kale pulp, potato,
Don't even taste the kale.
chickpea
It's
flour.
amazing.
Yeah.
Sorry for interrupting.
No, that's okay. And garlic plus clubhouse blend, which normally I would not use that, but it was given to me, and so I'm thankful.
Otherwise, it would be too expensive, right?
No, I just wouldn't use it. It
You
doesn't.
just use
I don't
natural?
use those blends.
No,
There,
okay.
it has other things in it that I don't want, right?
Oh.
Like it has dehydrated vegetables and all
Sure.
this sort of. I don't need that. I need garlic.
But you put regular garlic in it.
Normally I would put garlic.
There's a nice bit of garlic in there just for some tang.
Yeah, but it also has this garlic plus has parsley in it too, so it's good.
No.
But it's not healthier, so I wouldn't. Normally, I would not use that. I would rather put parsley and garlic, and coriander and cumin. That's it,
There you go.
and it's awesome.
See? Yeah, there's a little tang in it from all the spices and herbs.
And this is just roast scalloped potatoes.
How did the yellow come through?
Oh, I don't know. It came out of a box, and it's disgusting.
Wow, that's amazing. Okay, we won't mention the maker, eh?
And I'm very thankful because they were given to me, and thank you.
Holy smoke. Don't pay
Normally
money
I
for
would
it.
not know.
Whatever they are, don't pay money for them. You at home might know. I thought they were turnips. I thought they were turnips to look at them.
Oh yeah, they do look like turnips.
I was saving them to the last. Now I know I'm going to mix them up with the chickpeas. Mash the chickpeas up.
And I did not put very much kale in those.
In these things?
Really, no.
No.
No, I just wanted the like normally I'd put parsley in there.
Oh yeah.
For the green.
Yeah.
But there was dried parsley in the garlic mix, and so I thought. Anyway, so Umami Bomb. This recipe book bombed.
It's a bomb? B-O-M-B? Is that what it's called? Yeah, it's called a bomb. And it bombed, eh?
It's not good at all.
Well, self-fulfilling title.
It's the worst vegetarian recipe book that I've seen. 75 vegetarian recipes that explode with flavor. And
it looks like a fun book. It looks like a kid's book.
Well, yeah, whoever came up with the packaging of this product. But the author, Raquel Pelzo, did a terrible job. About the author, award-winning cookbook author, has co-authored 24 cookbooks with creative celebrities, blah, 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 blah. And this recipe book sucks. It's terrible.
She didn't co-author it with anyone, eh?
Maybe that's
that might
the
have been
problem.
The problem. She may be a writer.
I don't know.
More than an expert.
Well, I don't think that... You see, what I expect is that she normally cooks with meat. And she doesn't really know vegetarianism. And since it's really popular right now to try vegan cuisine and stuff like that, a lot of authors are trying their hand at it. Different chefs, different people who would normally not ever cook that way. And they do a terrible job, and she does a terrible job. This is this recipe book. There's nothing in here that's really that exciting. It's all pretty basic, and it's vegetarian, not vegan, so you have, a lot of dairy in here. There's a lot of the recipes rely on cheese. And what I found when I was a young 20s vegetarian is that I didn't like the vegetarian cookbooks anyway. I liked the vegan cookbooks. And then I could just add cheese to stuff if I wanted to. I realized that cheese was just too easy to make it exciting for me with cheese. And
cheese is awesome.
It is. And anyway, and I don't have very much cheese now, and I'm healthier for it. Anyway, she does things like cooks with oils, which like extra virgin olive oil, which you shouldn't heat that. It's not meant to be heated, and
otherwise very healthy.
Otherwise, it's very healthy as long as it's cold pressed and not heated. So, and she heats her nuts and stuff like that she's using.
Well, you'd lose a lot of goodies, wouldn't you, if you heat them up?
Well, I mean, a lot of things like seeds and nuts and stuff. Oh, I forgot. Okay, so I did not put tahini in my falafels, which would have made them taste more falafel-like, although they were delicious anyway. But what I was thinking is normally I put tahini in, but I don't like cooking with tahini. I don't like cooking, it's sesame seeds. So I knew I was going to be deep frying these things. I didn't want to deep fry sesame seeds, right? It just didn't seem like a healthy move. So I wanted to make a tahini dressing to put on them when serving them. And I thought I'd get the same flavor and then it'd be healthier. Oh well.
I think you forgot. It still tasted good.
I forgot it.
So. Tasted great.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a success. So I hope that the people that I
awesome.
gave bags
like
to
it's
today,
carrot pulp, right? It's the pulp from it.
Yeah.
Awesome way to get carrot.
Yeah. Oh, carrot pulp is so versatile.
Mm-hmm.
It's wonderful to work with.
Well, you help to hide a little bit of kale, as you said. You know?
Yeah. Like you could make these falafels if you switched up, because I didn't look at the organic flaxseed rye. I don't know if that was vegan. But I'm pretty sure these were vegan. But I don't know. Because I didn't, like I said, I didn't look at the ingredients on that rye. But you could make these if you didn't put the flaxseed, if you didn't put breadcrumbs in, and instead you chose to put, say, ground pecans instead of breadcrumbs, or ground walnuts, or whatever, then you could make these raw vegan really easily. So what you do then at the end, when you mix these up, then just heat them up a little bit in a food dehydrator or your gas oven with no heat on. So like if you have an old oven like mine that just stays warm all the time, you just stick them in there to warm them up a little bit. And
even in the summer it stays warm.
All the time. It just stays warm inside the oven. It's really thickly built on the outside. So so you could just warm them up in there a little bit. And they're raw vegan then. So you could make these raw vegan and they'd be perfectly good without having to cook them. But you'd have to, I would also recommend you don't put the chickpea flour in that way if you're going to do that. But, I mean, you could sprout seeds, or you could sprout things to put in them if you wanted to. And that would work out too. So, again, a versatile recipe in carrot pulp. So easy to work with. Anything else to talk about?
No, just getting indoors because I'm freezing.
My butt's cold again because I've melted the snow.